I want to talk about the spiritual elements I previously mentioned that are involved in narcissism. Some people might be a little skeptical when it comes to spiritual elements of life, the invisible aspects of life. But when you encounter the kind of things I've encountered, you will never deny it anymore. There is no way. So, without going too much detail into what I have went through, I'll just give you an understanding of why there is a spiritual element and how I connected it myself with my personal experience. So, there is this fundamental universal law that there are only two aspects when it comes to divinity or at the soul level, spirit level, either the darkness or the lightness. The lightness is just one, simple, divine. Divine as in something that is virtuous, moral, principles, something that's organized, something that gives value to oneself and also others, very close to dharma. If you're into the Eastern traditions, dharma, righteousness, these kind of things we're talking about. If you want to go towards the Western style of approach, we might talk about cleanly and cleanliness, like holy and unholiness, demonic and divine, godly and all that. Sin, something very much commonly expected to all this is sin. Sin, karma. So to my understanding, sin is nothing but accumulated karma. Okay, not just ours, but it could be something in the family, something in the generations, ancestry, and all other aspects that might come into it. That is why I see it as accumulated sin as karma, something that needs to be taken care of as our human lives. So these are the basics. So there is this divine, the lightness, brightness, and then the darkness, that is demonic. Now demons are nothing but disembodied spirits. What's the divine spirit? The same. The only thing is it is filled with virtuous qualities. Okay. So these demonic spirits, their agenda is to keep a person from not being divine. Divine, on the other hand, wants to keep a person divine. Now, we are all born divine, but then there are also other dark forces, just like how duality is primary to our existence in this physical plane. Everything has two sides, light, dark, good, bad, those kind of things, life, death. So duality is the basic principle operating in this physical world. So naturally, in the spirit world also, there are these two aspects. One is the good one is the dark one. The good one want to uplift the humans, the dark one want to destroy humans. The good one wants to help people be more divine. The bad one wants to take people away from the divine, corrupt them, fill them with something unclean and unholy, destructiveness in their thoughts, deeds, actions, and everywhere, in fact. Okay, these are two goals of these two forces. I'll call it the higher force, the darker force. So narcissism, there is no other way to say it, it's demonic. It has to do with darkness. That is why you put narcissistic people, narcissistic traits, it's all about destruction. Destroy something that's good in something, in somebody. You achieve something, they want to destroy it. You are a person with goodness in you, they want to steal and rob and destroy it. That is why all narcissistic relationships are spiritual wars. Although they manifest in the physical, that is how we are all being tormented by these people. But essentially, the war is at the spirit level. And then there is another theory that humans are primarily spiritual. And because of all the universal laws, matter was created. And this matter has to be somehow seen, right? Matter is physical. Hence, the counterpart of the spirit is matter, as in the counterpart of the soul or the spirit is the body, the physical body. So we are just a manifestation of everything that is in the spirit. So all that's not divine is not divine, because there is only two sides. Why? People who have taken themselves by choice or through other ways, taken themselves away from the divinity in them, has created a gap, a vacuum, and the nature abhors vacuum. So anything that has driven themselves far away from divine and has determined to not be divine will be filled with demonic. It comes from again mind, thoughts, which reflects in behavior, actions, which is in the body. So these narcissists carry these destructive forces in them. And their whole aim is to take humans away from their divinity. So what's divinity? Again, being truthful, being authentic. We can make mistakes. We are humans. Nobody is expecting us to be perfect. But is there ownership to ourselves, our lives, our actions, thoughts, responsibilities, our behavior, our relationships, our general decisions? Are they based on value system that is constructive in nature? Is it virtuous? Is it righteous? Or is it moral? Are you operating from the principles of non-destruction but rather equality within your best capacities? Are you operating under the right principles? Or are you interested in lying, cheating, robbing, destroying, cruelty, murderous, criminal, against humanness, against kindness, against compassion, against forgiveness, against all these good things that are also capable, but that needs building up? So are you into building up or destroying? So the narcissism has a very strong spiritual element that's destructive. And this was made very obvious to me because of my own personal experience. To put it very mildly, I would say, and why I say these people attack the mind is because the spirit attacks the mind. Because every action comes out of a thought, comes out of some kind of an indication, motivation, inspiration, and that happens here. So they want to manage what goes into the mind. So put destructive thoughts, feed them destructivity, motivate them to do destructive things, harm others, violate others, take away their will and do nasty things against their will without even them noticing. Sneaky. I mean, if someone comes and says, do you want to do something illegal or do you want to do something legal? Most of the humans, even the very damaging people, would not directly say, hey, I want to do something illegal or criminal. They won't. They won't admit it directly by admission. But they will do it nevertheless. So what the darkness does is it tries to bend your will against your own free will to do something that's destructive to others. Why? Because when the goodness in you is striving to be harmless, innocent, neutral, equal, righteous, the destructive forces are trying to seek power, control. If someone wants to introduce a power structure, it will always be one up, one down. It's obvious to all of us. So there is this group of forces that are able to use their spirits to cause destruction among humans through other humans, because their primary goal is to destroy others. And power and control and the greed of power and control would definitely destroy. It's the nature of it. So these people, the primary aspect is power, to gain power and control, to destroy something that's good. And they cannot do it directly because the nature of deception is darkness, that is hidden. So they will not come and directly ask you, like I said before, because the honest and straightforward approach to things is something that has to do with divinity. Something dark has to be sneaky, hidden, manipulative, twisted, trickery, lies, deception, layers and layers of opacity, bureaucracy, power structures, control, manipulation, whatnot. This is the basic primary premise that is in the destructive relationship. Here narcissism, but all toxic relationship. And how is it different from healthy relationships that seek equality, righteousness, and more general morality and principles? I'll give more videos, but this is the fundamental difference I want people to take note of.